up, YouTubers? Your girl Survivor here. And the only reason why I'm going live is because I was watching somebody's live stream and they include me in their rant, but not too angrily, you know what I mean? But I don't know if they're confused because they were talking about, they were playing baubles and saying, but listen to how she smoked cigarettes all that time and she had better worry about her chemo and her radiation. I don't know if you confused. Hi, Throwback. I mean, it's the same with like, hey, Jersey Girl, forever. I've seen you at Bobbles though before. You're very nice. Welcome. It's the same with, when they make videos where they're, going off on rants, I think they should have to like confirm their information. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how can you not say what you're saying isn't a smear campaign if it's not correct, if your information isn't correct? Like, somebody was making a response video to something that a clone had said, and they could have clicked on the avatar and saw that it clearly wasn't me. And yet they continued on with, their rant. And then on this other channel, it was, Nitty. He was saying that about Bobbles and saying she better just start worrying about her health and that chemo and that radiation she's having to go through. I'm like, wait a minute. That kind of like made me think, is he confused about what he's talking about? And I mean, I mean, there was something though that really struck me that made me have to come on here, and I'm sorry. Yes, I'm good. I hope everybody here is well. Yeah. He is very racist. Nitty is very racist. And to think that other people in the world haven't suffered at the hands of people who just don't give a crap of anything. I mean, last night I was reading about there's this, that Unit 731, okay, during World War II. Turns out there was loads of units just like that, and all of those countries were involved during World War II. Japan, China, the US, they all had their hands in with each other. And they were doing human experiments. Like this one was saying how they had put a gram of heroin in a bowl of porridge for this Chinese prisoner, right? They didn't even like have names for the people who had died in these units where they were doing all these human experiments on. And these aren't the people that they counted in the concentration camp. These are numbers that were never counted. Not just Jewish people. I mean, these were basically anybody that they wanted to. They would refer to them as logs, the people that they were doing these experiments on. So they put a gram of heroin in a bowl of porridge for this Chinese prisoner. and they knew that it was going to kill them. They'd done it before, but they didn't care. They kind of just enjoyed watching it. Like for 15, 16 hours, the guy was, obviously out of it. I'm surprised it took it that long to actually die. Um, but after a while, when they had, lost their usefulness, they would give them a shot of cyanide. And people lasted about a month in these units. And they would call them the department against, you know, um, against this, or the department for water purification. They would label them these names that people would think they were doing good things, but they weren't. They were not. I mean, that would be a rabbit hole to go down. Uh, so for, you know, Black people to keep going on about the color and not noticing that the fact of the matter is there's evil everywhere. And I mean, if they read everything in history, all of the frickin' atrocities to every nationality and every color, done by the same colors even and the same nationalities, if they read all of that, maybe they could, take the blinders off. Most people think that, the loss of any person, with a knee to the neck is a tragedy of what any color they are. But when the media itself actually only highlights a certain thing to create a race war, and I'm sorry, that's what it is. That's what the media is trying to do. They try to divide. The best way to divide is color. Can't deny your color, right? They wanted to try to divide people by, oh, this, and this, but they're all the same, color, then people could deny it. But if they want to try to divide it by color, then black and white, there you go, right? I mean, now I heard Nitty saying, he was ranting about he was born black. He knows the plight of the black. I just want to tell you that during World War II, babies that were born black or Jewish, okay, um, but let's focus on Jewish. They're white, okay? Do you know what happened to them? They died. You were born black, but you're still here. But do you know how many babies were born? Or do you know how many women that had their babies in their arms and they get put on this cattle train for forever, basically, with no food? They never stopped to let them go to the bathroom. I get it. You're going to say, oh, look at the slave ship. Yep, just as bad, just as bad. But there was room that they were lying down. Those people in those cattle trains, they couldn't lie down and they had to just basically soil themselves, I guess, because they didn't stop for any food and they didn't stop for any bathroom break. And these mothers had to hold their babies in their arms and watch them starve to death. And if the baby lived, as soon as they got off that train, they would take it by its feet and just smash it right into the wall. Had no use for them. No use, you know? At least at least people who are sold into slavery are considered useful. The Jews were considered not useful. Well, they were useful enough for them to shave their hair off and make hair cloth out of. Oshkosh Bagosh. The company is still going on. It's still a millionaire company. They were useful enough to, you know, suck the fat out of them and make soap for the soldiers during World War II. But that's about it. They had to shit and eat out of the same bowl. Many of them after keeping a kosher kitchen. Many of those plates, those dishwares that had been passed through generations, kosher, just smashed. They meant nothing. So when you say you were born a black man, you're still here. You're still alive. I suggest you look at what they used to do to babies that were born Jewish. You know, if you think I, being born a white person, didn't grow up on welfare with an absentee father living in apartments, you're incorrect. I certainly did. I certainly did grow up on welfare, and I'm white. So where was my white privilege that you population lately seems to think that there is white privilege? And I'm sorry, Nitty, I like you very much, but you have to admit the good portion of your subscribers and supporters are white. Why can't you just see that? Why can't you not see color? But if you have to see color, look at your supporters and the majority. And if you're going to say someone's smoking, 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 but they better worry about their health and their chemo and radiation, please make sure that when combining, please make sure when stating a sentence that you're not combining two separate people, because, you know, that may appear like you sat there for an hour listening to me smoke cigarettes going on, smoking cigarettes going on, and, but you were playing baubles in the background. So unless you mean that you think she has cancer because she's smoking cigarettes, and that's, I don't know, pretty messed up. And I just have to ask you a question. If you think that, let's just say in reality, I wish you were awake and I wish you were here to answer this question. When saying that, you know, white people oppress the black people, that keep the black man down, okay? I'm just asking you a question. This is simple, just question. I'm not saying I know the answer. That's why I'm asking you. If somebody, okay, just say stereotypically, stereotypically, the drug dealers or the making the cho or the pimps all seem to be, African American. And it looks to me like, even by what that Angel said that Tom interviewed, uh, they say, that black guys were pretty rough and violent with them. and she was black. Angel was black, and she said that it was mostly, the black guys that would be aggressive and violent towards them. Can you tell me why that is? Why would this black woman, because it was the white girl who said the same thing in a different interview. So why would this black woman go through the same trials and tribulations as this white woman, but both from black men on the street? Does she not get a pass because she was born black? I'm just wondering, because she said it herself. Angel, remember her? Everybody loved her. White and black loved her. Right. And I'm not saying the life he currently has is bad. I mean, if he's happy in his life, then that's all that it matters, right? Is being happy in your own life. But I'm just curious about that question because Angel, who was very likable to all colors, everybody liked her, said the same thing as another interviewee, white woman, that it was the black men that they were the most scared of. And I'm just curious, why don't they see color then? Like, why wouldn't he see color when he's, making somebody like work the streets, like a lot lizard or whatever, going outside and thinking that he's supposed to get his pay for working those streets? Or why doesn't he think that that is like, bad behavior no matter what color somebody is? Yeah, several of them did. Whether they were white or black, they all said that the black men were the ones that were the most violent with them and didn't want to pay. And I believe that Angel said she almost got killed by, you know. What I'm saying is, I would just like to know, just her being born black, um, you know, acknowledgement go right out the window when it's, because I'm just curious. I mean, I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. And if your child, right, is half white, half black, I mean, why are you like, would you be putting down her other side of the family or her other part of his? Everyone in life has suffered to some degree. What makes you feel unhappy might be no problem for somebody else because of whatever it may be. I mean, there's that saying, I once cried uh, because I had no shoes until I met a man that had no feet. Right. Angel is one of them that passed away. Right. Hmm. I mean, if it seems to me that, drug dealers might oppress people, white and black, you know, that might be oppressive. Uh, Raising a child in an area where they're not going to get safety or the best education, or a better education, safe playgrounds, places to play. That seems oppressive. That seems like somebody who would be holding their child back, no matter what color they are. If you have the ability to go out there and work it, like you keep saying, you're a strong black man, you're a strong black man. Okay, I get that. So why aren't you out there fucking doing landscaping or painting or working? I mean, there was all that construction going on for that bridge. Did you go and apply? I'm just saying, don't certain things like hold back people as a whole, whether or not they're white or black? I mean, why film the building of the bridge as opposed to go work at it? Hi, Madam X. Right. They set people up to fail because they don't tell them, yeah, but you know what? That's not what defines you. What defines you is not what color you're born. What defines you is how you know, use your life, like how you play the hand that you were dealt. I mean, cancer certainly didn't give me white privilege. Cancer didn't say, oh, she's white. Let's get away from her. She's white. Let's give her white privilege. Do you think I'm white privileged? I have cancer. Do you think I'd rather not be black with no cancer, living in the Campbell building, or have cancer? Sorry to tell you, I'd rather be you. I'd rather be unity. I'd rather not have cancer because it certainly did not give me any white privilege. Like you were saying in your video, and I agreed with you wholeheartedly about how, you know, they basically would rather, people die than give them disability for cancer. They figure that. They figure, oh, they'll probably not live. They'll blah, blah, blah. Right? I agree with you wholeheartedly there. You see? No white privilege. I went through the same thing that you said some of your family members went through when they were sick. Had nothing to do with color. You have to stop saying, you have to stop saying that. You live in the Campbell building because you want to live there, you know? I mean, because if you expect any of us to believe that you would do anything that you don't want to do, I don't believe that. Nothing that you do is done because you have to do it because you're black. Okay? I mean, how can you say that we're racist? We voted in a black president. Okay? Oh, black man can't get nowhere. There was a black president before a woman president or a Jewish president. There was a black president. Why would you not say, hey, that's it? I mean, what else could anybody achieve? If the electoral college voted him in, the popular vote voted him in, what else is there? For 2 terms, Andrew. Well, it's not always passed on in one's genes. I had the that test that they do to see if you carry that gene. It's actually Jewish women are prone to carrying that gene. And I did have that test, and I don't carry that gene. There was no breast cancer in my family that I know of. Maybe on my father's side, but I don't know. He did die of, uh, right, for breast cancer. I know. I mean, that's like, but it wasn't me he was even talking about. It was like, he like, maybe was confused. I don't know. I mean, it was strange, but yeah, the Ashkenazi Jews, they seem to carry that gene. I think that every woman should ask for that test when you go to your doctors. Ask for that test to be done and see. And even your daughters should have it done, just to see if there's that gene. Right, right. A passed on gene. Oh, you had that test, yeah. Well, look at George Burns. I mean, he lived to what, like 100 or something, and he smoked a cigar every day. It's just that I don't think, sitting there and yelling at the top of your lungs that people are, you know, like body shaming people is the route to go. Especially, I think Nitty has a lot more to offer than he actually thinks he does. I mean, I remember him saying, to everybody to put aside all the arguing and remember to support your fellow YouTubers. And he had the whole room, people who were enemies and stuff in there. And I was very moved. I mean, I was moved to tears. I talked about it for days afterwards. I think even, listening to Debbie, no, oh, I had two on my mom's side. Both had breast surgery. Even listening to Debbie's video that she made earlier was truly heartbreaking. It really was. It was heartbreaking to have to hear her recollect that story, because somebody else was saying the story on their channel and probably getting some of the details incorrect and being very probably foul about it. I know I've been trying to stop watching these other, derogatory channels and stuff, but then I'll listen to them and they'll say, there's nothing wrong with responding. There's nothing wrong with responding. Yeah, but there's something wrong with responding when you know that you're responding to a fake account and you say, you literally come out with and say, yeah, but she probably would say those kind of things. So, I mean, you start going on in the comments where, this person tells you, oh, that's probably not, if you clicked on the avatar, you would see it goes to an account that was made, you know, 3 months ago with only one subscriber. And then the response that Annette gave back was, oh, I didn't click on the avatar, but these people have no, and went on and, to calling me garbage and all kinds of shit. But you're talking like she's angry about what an like a fake account said. Like the comment isn't even there anymore. I can't even see it. Or if it's there, it's by somebody who has me blocked because I don't see any comment from me. And I knew that I didn't. Hi, Catherine. I knew that I hadn't left any comments. So when I heard that being said, I was like, huh. And then I looked in her comments and there's somebody telling her, oh, yeah, but that doesn't appear to be like a real account. But she still went off, man. And I'm like, that is defamation if I've ever seen it. I mean, to know that you are making a video accusing somebody real of doing something that somebody fake did under the real person's name and have it be pointed out and still justify it, to me, that's a bully. That's somebody who is truly trying to hurt somebody. To say, but still sounds like something she might say. I mean, are you kidding me? I don't even understand that. I can't even understand it. I can't even understand it. It's like she's trying to antagonize and make the truth like break down. That's what it seems like. They make stories out things that aren't even there or never happened. Yeah, right. Miss Passion made a video the other day saying, if I did say that I wanted some proof, but that's a deal. We'll prove, lady. I'm not proving shit. I mean, if you can't see a fucking video of somebody having chemotherapy, and if you think I would really put a pore under my skin and shave my head, like not even shave it, I'd have to have it like completely smoothly bald. I don't know. All I know is that to me, I feel like me and Ollie and like Carrie Ann, I really like Carrie Ann. You know that all this time I didn't like Carrie Ann because I didn't know Carrie Ann. And apparently I only knew her as like disliking me. And apparently she disliked me for her own, whatever reasons. But when we were able to talk, it was pretty, I like her a lot, man. I really do. I even saw her in that particular live stream as a mod, and she was so like neutral and reasonable. I mean, really, like, you know what? If anything at all comes out of this whole entire, truce thing, if it's that me and Carrie Ann become friends, regardless, I mean, like, I would like that. I would appreciate that because I like Carrie Ann. She's very nice. I mean, I like everybody, but Carrie Ann and I had such, well, I didn't know animosity. I didn't, but I'm just glad that Ollie and I are, Debbie and I are talking. I feel better about that. I like that shit, Bobbles. I mean, I defend anybody though. If, you know, of course my loyalty lies, like with, I just wouldn't want to see anybody talking anybody down that I like, you know? Yeah, I bet you we would, Luna. I bet you we all would. I don't even understand it, Luna. It's like she just really wants that truce to not work out. And to me, it seems like she would be causing more stress on her own friends just because she keeps bringing up stuff consistently. And stuff that probably wants to, that Ollie and everybody just wants to, move away from. It's like, the truce is a way to work towards, you know, making things better and peace. But she just keeps bringing up things. It's like the scab can't even heal because every single day she's ripping the scab off. Every single day. For everyone. Even Nitty. I get it. Okay, him and Bobos are mad at each other. But you know what? If the arguing just stops, it doesn't mean you have to be friends or anything. It just means move on to whatever you wanted to do with your channel when you first started, you know? Right. And I don't understand. Like, I never really attacked Annette. I never really, I mean, I remember exactly like it was a few months ago and somebody had said something that Tasha Harris had made some video. And then Netnet had said, I'll never forgive you for what you did to Ollie. And I asked Ollie, I said, is that really Netnet? Because it went to like some, it was really her. But I so I still don't even know like why if Ali and I are on good terms, I can like um respect Net's loyalty as a friend, okay? And I did call her Net, not Father Net. I can respect her loyalty as a friend, but to not understand and respect the reason why this truce is going on is where I think, I don't know, then how I can't understand. I can't wrap my head around it. I can't. And I think it has to do with the angry channels that she's going to that just keep denying that the truce is, going to work out. And they keep calling it like a game and it's this and it's that. And I keep saying it's seeing the same people like there, and it's a whole, that's the negative part of that, this whole YouTube. It's not here, I mean, and I haven't seen it on Ollie's, and I did miss Bob's last chat, but I do know that I feel like, when Bobbles was trying to reach out to Debbie, that it was because Bobbles wants the fucking arguing to end, man. You know? I even see Bobbles like putting comments on videos of Miss Passions that, and I'm like, oh my God, Miss Passion though, she's talking smack about me, and it tears me, but I can understand that she's trying. where, Miss Passion still is in that mindset of arguing, arguing, arguing. She doesn't understand that I don't have anything against her. I'm pretty certain that Debbie probably doesn't even have anything against her. It was Miss Passion. You have to admit, your first couple of videos that you were making on YouTube were before anybody even knew you, were like trying to antagonize a group of people that really didn't even know you yet, you know? And then Tiffany made a few videos where really, like made you it was funny. They were funny. You thought they were funny. And you became like part of the group then. But your first couple of videos were to antagonize. And you were always about, you feel me? You feel me? Like in an antagonistic way. But I don't think that you're really like that. I think that you are a nice person, and I think everybody has a side and a qualities about them that we all have the ability to either see the negative parts of people or some things that we could like about them. Doesn't mean you have to be best friends or trust them or send them text messages or anything. And yes, that sucks, having to be, possibly alert to that. But my dog. But in the end, even if you get 3 or 4 really good lifelong friends out of it, it could be worth it, you know? But just, you have to keep showing like the antagonistic side or the side that doesn't want to get along with people. I mean, net, if you don't like me and you don't like Bobbles, I bet you there's things and people that you do like that you could talk about, and you could change your whole entire live stream. You could just flip it over and talk about things you like and good things and positive things. Have you ever thought of that? Like, instead of just making all your live streams about me, and if I'm not saying anything, making a clone to act like I'm saying something so you have something to say? Could you just stop that? Because you're aggressively bullying with lies and not factual things knowingly. You clearly should take that video down. You're gonna call me not, I can call you garbage. You should take that video down. You know, you know, you made a video directed toward a clone because you know that I'm blocked on your channel. Annette, you know I am blocked on your channel. I've been blocked. I couldn't leave a comment on your channel to save my life. Don't you remember, Annette, when you made that live stream and I was in your back room because I was blocked because I couldn't comment? Remember? I was blocked. So if anybody doesn't know, that cyber whatever live stream that she had where it was the day after the truth and she just wanted to just try to destroy things, that live stream is where I was already blocked, so I could not say anything. So I went into her live stream to try to get on her panel and talk to her. And she said she had nothing to say to me, right? But I was already blocked. I've been blocked. She didn't go and unblock me and then I made a comment. That didn't happen. I didn't make any comment and she knows it. And she made a video lying. She's mad about a comment that was there that I didn't even see because I didn't make the comment. I didn't write a comment. And somebody on that video, on that video says to her, did you click the avatar? That's not Survivor Girl's account. That account was made in June or whatever and has one subscriber. And she just goes on to fucking rant about whatever and still keeps the video up. But she knows, and everybody knows, the reason why I tried to go into her live stream before on one of her lives is because I'm blocked. She knows that. She knows that. She either made the clone herself or she knows who did. That is what I have been going through for a while. People responding to clones and they know that they're not me. They know it. Well, thing is, here's the thing though. She changed her own name to Nut Nut. Okay? So if people called her Nut Nut, she had her name changed to Nut Nut. That was the name that was modded, was Nut Nut. I mean, I myself, I always think of her as Annette because that's, what I don't even understand though. How did I become involved in this argument that they're having with Bobbles and HMB and all of that? What did I do to Nat Nat? Yeah, she changed it to Nut Nut, remember? So silly they have us all blocked. Yes, Luna, remember that night? You know what I'm talking about. She blocked you that night. Right. Yeah, exactly. And she knew that I did not make any comment. And so, but in her video that she made tonight, she said, but now she's blocked for good, or in a comment or whatever she says. Now she's blocked for good. She didn't unblock me. She should have to swear on her children that she had unblocked me and thought it was me because she knows that is not true. She knows she knew it wasn't me. And I'm not trying to be funny, but I do think it's strange how everywhere somebody is talking smack about me or saying that this truth is, not real or it's a game or this or that, everywhere that's going on, there's some particular person from New Jersey that is always there in the comments or they're talking about them. Always. I don't know why. No, she's been going after me since uh when she did that tiptoe through the tulips live stream, calling me a drunk and everything. You know, but I do have to say, like, I appreciate the people that did take part in the truce. Have been just going wonderful. I think. I think that everybody's been really respectful to it. I mean, I don't really like go. I'm talking about the people who were involved in it, and even though Debbie said she didn't want to take part in the truce, I do feel like Debbie um kind of does. Like, maybe not labeling as a truth, but just being peaceful. You know, just being peaceful. Yeah, but the night when she had put that on that Tasha Harris video, um, that was um, before before they had fallen out with Bobbles. So for some reason, she's always maybe had an animosity, and I always think possibly these people have been being like harassed by clones, and I had no clue. You know, uh, I don't know if it's about needing it after like hearing her have to repeat the story of what happened to her. I feel like I don't know. Part of me thinks that people who have to who go through that kind of a traumatic experience are probably torn between wanting attention and not wanting attention at all. You know, I've never walked in those shoes, so I couldn't even speak for for anybody, but I do think that is gonna I would hope nobody would ever make something up like that. I'm pretty sure any of us could probably even look up his name, right? I mean, she put his name out there, which is good. I mean, good that she says that his name, because that's a step in the direction of preventing it and preventing that, person from ever being able to do those things to another person. So, I mean, that's really commendable for her to even come out and say the name when possibly, nobody was saying it. Yeah, it could be really hard to trust people after like a family member doing that. I think that would probably be the most trust destroying thing in anybody's life, you know? And like I said, I don't know. I've never walked in those shoes, thank God, you know? That's why sometimes when people will be like, oh, you're, I know it's a different, like, family member, but like I grew up with no men really in the house, because my father wasn't around and I do have a brother, but they didn't live, with me. Um, so some people would say, oh, and even myself sometimes I'll feel sad. Oh, I didn't have a dad and stuff like that. But what if I had a dad, and what if he had a brother, and he was around, and that could happen because here's the thing: before my father died, he was being sued for statutory rape. So there's always a different side, you know? Right, exactly. Exactly. 'Cause if she would rather believe that I said something bad about her in her comment section, as opposed to hearing me say straight out, and even somebody else saying to her, that's not her. If she'd rather believe that I said something bad about her, then that's on her. I certainly would be relieved to know that somebody, "Oh, you didn't say that? Oh, thank you. That's cool. I'm glad to know that." That's how I would be. I certainly wouldn't keep it up just to fit some kind of a narrative. I'd be relieved to know that something that was said bad about me wasn't said by somebody that I would get mad enough to make a video for, right? Right. But yeah, how some people would think, oh, you're so lucky you have, this family and the house that you lived in all your life and blah, 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 right? But on the flip side, you don't know what's going on in that house and that family. And so you never can tell what somebody else's situation is. You really can't. And I guarantee you, if any of us said to somebody, hey, well, would you like to walk a mile in my shoes today and I'll walk a mile in your shoes today? Like having to wrap your head around things that have happened in your life, even if it's like 20 years ago and you don't talk about it, okay? Still, it's inside your own mind. So I think if any of us said to each other, hey, you want to wrap your head around the things in my head that things happen and I'll take yours, I guarantee you we would all say, no, I'll stick with my own. Because that's what we know. That those were like custom. Those are customized issues for us to have to deal with. It's something that was lacking in our grand design. Like we have to, like I think we have to, in order to, and this is just how I think, this is how I hope. Yes, but we teach best what we most need to learn. We teach best what we most need to learn. Sometimes when you're speaking it out, you get an epiphany and be like, yeah, I need to take my own advice kind of shit, right? I think that really happens. People get epiphanies and um epiphanies are a wonderful thing. Right, drama is a part. That's why I always hate when people will label like things as drama because it's really like a genre of something. Sometimes in your life there's funny times, there's sad times, there's thankfully not really any like horror. Like, when you're looking for a movie and they ask you what drama you want, um, what genre I should say. Thankfully a lot of us, we don't have the horror movie. Thank God that we have the drama, instead of like everything that's in a movie. But everything in life is drama, really. I think people throw that word around like ridiculousness. Not here, of course. We're wonderful people here. I mean, I know like actually tonight, on Nitty's channel, he was playing a clip where I was saying I'd mod all of you, and what was going on at the time was that I didn't have any mods in the room and I needed to mod, to make a mod or something like that. And I said, but literally I would mod all of you. But here's the thing is like, it's not because I'm stupid and believe, you know, everyone. It's because I don't think it is stupid to trust people. And yes, okay, so what if so let's just say what if I modded all of you, right? Right now. And then one of us got in an argument and you started deleting stuff. Or we didn't even get in an argument, but you were deleting stuff, okay? Then I could forgive that, but that would be their trust that they were, affecting. I don't want to, like not trust people. That's one thing I noticed is that some people will mistake conscious action for being naive, you know? Uh, but it's not being naive. I'm well aware of the world and the evils of the world. What do you mean, Catherine? Why? Actually, drama is part of our lives. Look at how popular soap is. Soap opera drama. Yeah, but you know what I think about the soap operas and stuff? I think it's the same thing as TV and the schedule and having structure in life. I think having the structure of, not being able to watch soap operas anytime, right? So you were there at that time with having structure. Saturday morning cartoons, things like that. Now that those were the days when, Friday was a big deal, right? Saturday morning cartoon, that was a big deal. If the night the Happy Days and then Laverne and Shirley and then Mork and Mindy was that was, you'd be there for that. You'd go in when the street lights came in. It was the structure that made it was a small they were small things, but they taught discipline in a way of that you wanted to be there, you wanted to watch it. So you know, families were there was an after school special on, people would, oh, there's an after school special on, and you talk about it the next day. Now, I mean, I can't even get over even the cartoons that they play is so messed up. I mean, I just, even Sesame Street isn't the same anymore. No, just say it, Catherine, please. Oh, I have to tell you that today, though. Oh my God, what's Tiffany said? She left a comment on one of my things. It was so funny. I think it was, she's so gross. That's what it was. She's so gross. It just cracked me up. Just that like phrase. It's just funny to me. She's funny. Tiffany's funny. A wonderful person. think we should all be encouraging people, but I really wish Catherine, don't say that. I guess I'll just keep your opinions to yourself because that makes me like wonder now, like, what are you thinking? Like, that it makes me like, I really want to know what you mean. Seriously, because I don't know if you have a certain opinion of, like, I just want to know. That's like a, statement where of course I'm going to say no, please do tell. I mean, I, I just want to know. You know that you're all right to say any opinion that you want. They feel like you think I'm gonna like dislike it or something. Come on now. But it was only because they were the only thing on at that time. I didn't really enjoy them that much. I really didn't enjoy soap operas much either. Not gonna lie. I really did not. I did like the after school specials though. I really did. I can't even believe that one with Lance Kerwin when he would run home from school to get the pea stained sheets out of his window. Remember that? The lone runner. His mother would hang the pea stained sheets and he would run home before the other kids on, like on the bus, before the school bus passed it. Exactly. Being home when the streetlights came on. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And there were songs then, like, you don't have to take your clothes off to have a good time. I mean, now it's like, wet ass pussy is the song. Wet ass pussy is the song. I cannot believe it. Like, what woman? I don't care how much you're being paid. I don't care how much you're being paid. Wants to convey the message to women and girls and their own children and their own whatever, wet ass pussy. You're gonna be famous, may as well be famous for your wet ass pussy. May as well go down in history for your wet ass pussy. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, okay. To say I'm so wet between, you and your lover, or if you're working on a sex line, I'm so wet. But to be singing about your wet ass pussy, I don't know about you, but in my head, that picture is not like good. I'm not even kidding you. It almost like turns my stomach thinking, my wet ass pussy. I don't even know the song and I don't know the words. What's child abuse? Wet ass pussy? Is that what you mean? Now I'm so high now. Let me think. Okay. We talked about the street lights on. You don't have to take your clothes off to have a good time. And then wet ass pussy. Do you mean the song and then having it be played like if you have children and stuff? I agree. I agree. Is that what you mean? Isn't it nasty? But is that what you mean? That child abuse? That playing that song? I agree. I agree. It is so nasty. I'm gonna look up the words. Hold on. Okay. Just for the hell of it. It is disgusting. All right. All right. You guys ready for this? I'm gonna read these lyrics. Some of them, anyway. All right. Whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. Pull up. I said certified freak, 7 days a week. Wet ass pussy, make that pull out game weak. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy. Good, right? Okay, I'll keep going. Hold on. Beat it up, nigga. Catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this pussy right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top. I want a ride. I do a kegel while it's inside. Spit in my mouth. Look at my eyes. This pussy is wet. Come take a dive. Disgusting, right? Oh, hanging the pee sheets out the window. Ha. Let's get back to that. Hanging the pee sheets out the window. Hold on. Let's continue on with this lovely lyric. She must be so proud of herself. Tie me up like I'm surprised. Let's role play. I wear a disguise. I want you to park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage. Make it cream. Make me scream out in public. Make a scene. I don't cook. I don't clean. But let me tell you, I got this ring. Gobble me, swallow me, drip down the side of me. Quick jump out for you. Let it inside of me. I tell him where to put it, never tell him where I'm about to be. I run down on him before I have a nigga running me. Talk your shit, bite your lip, ask for a car while you ride that dick, while you ride that dick. I mean, what a whore Cardi B is. Cardi B, you fucking whore. Ugh, awesome. You're so talented. Even those lyrics are fucking epic. Epic whore lyrics. Epic whore lyrics. Never heard better lyrics from a whore in my life. Yeah, the sheet hanging. That's called the Lone Runner, and it was with Lance Kerwin, and it's written by Michael Landon, and it's based on his life. Yep, based on his real life. His mother used to do that to him, and that's how he ended up with a full scholarship for track and field for Southern California University. Isn't that ironic? That's how he went to college. because he got so fast running to get home to get the pea sheets out of the window. Imagine that, and he was born white. Ew, I remember hearing about that in the old days. And people would like be right by the royal bed to see if fucking they consummate and something. Michael Landon. Yep. He was not born with any white privilege. You know who he is though, right, Nitty? He was little Joe, right? Little Joe Cartwright, right? And he was Mr. Ingalls, Charles Ingalls from Little House on the Prairie. And then he was on Highway to Heaven. He did not come from a family of actors or anything. In fact, his mother tried to kill herself once on a family vacation, and he saved her. She was trying to drown herself, and she acted like it was nothing, and he threw up. And then she would hang his. He had a problem with, like after that, like she was very abusive to him, and not physically, but she had, had alcoholism and mental issues. And so verbally, she was very, very abusive to him, made him nervous and stuff. And so he would pee his bed up to a very, you know, late age. That's why he wouldn't like sleep over people's houses and stuff. So his mother, when he, got up and he would try to hide the sheets and stuff, in the middle of the night, she would find them and hang them out the window. And every day he would run home from school. He wouldn't take the bus. I know, right? She could have just washed the sheets. But if she had just washed the sheets, he may not have become who he became. Because that was, one of the first things that, like he got that scholarship, the full scholarship for track and field for running and from Southern California University. And that I think is what got him, headed towards his career, what he ended up doing. Of course, because there's no career in, track and field. But he may not have, if she would have, like, washed his sheets for him, he wouldn't have gotten that scholarship. And who knows if he wouldn't have, been able to afford college, right? And he may not have become who he became. And for me, he was always the symbolic, perfect father to me. If I would like try to picture the perfect dad, it was Michael Landon. And I remember watching him when he was younger, like his first marriage on Johnny Carson. And he was so strict with his kids that I was like shocked that, like he was really strict, really strict. Well, he ends up remarrying, of course, because, guys, they could start a whole new family over again. God forbid the freaking woman, she's just on to the grandkids then. But anyway, uh, uh, he ends up, when he's in Highway to Heaven with the gray hair, remember he had the gray hair, he had gotten remarried and had new kids, more kids, not new kids, but more kids. And he was on there and he was saying how he regretted being the way he was to his first children. I was glad that he realized that about himself because I liked him so much. Like I still have the TV guide at the action, the TV guide where they announced that he had died and it was on the cover. I still have it because he was the epitome of what I would like a father to be. And I was so dismayed that he was mean. And then when he came back on years later and said that he realized and corrected that about himself, I was happy because I didn't want to think that he died soon after that. And I'm glad that he realized that about himself because he probably disappointed a lot of kids that thought of him as the ideal father. I always wanted to be half pint. For people who don't have a dad and any role to fit it, you kind of fit it the way you want. Marilyn Monroe used to think of, like, she didn't know who her dad was. She always pictured Clark Gable as her dad. Both of them, their last film was together, The Misfits. Clark Gable's last film and her last film. I always felt so bad for Marilyn Monroe, you know? Some people, they seem more, what's the word I'm trying to, fragile than others. Although they, will put on, they can put on a good front, but in reality, they're really fragile. Like, if you ever saw that movie, The Rose, and at the end, when Bette Midler is, singing that, let me call you sweetheart, and she's like, where are you going? Where's everybody going? And then she dies. But in the movie, she was so boisterous and like not afraid of anything. She would belt out a song, Bette Midler, and she like dropped to her knees singing when a man loves a woman, all of that. But that last scene, when she makes that last scene right before she dies, she looks so fragile. She just looks so small. Her shoulders look so small, and her voice, like, where are you going? Where's everybody going? And she was dying. Died. That was a good movie. It really was. Does anybody remember that movie? Catherine, do you think that, like, when you look back on your times with your dad, do you resent that? Or, like, I don't know how bad, like, I can't even imagine how it would be to have a dad, you know? I know how I would want it to be, but I can't imagine, like, being a child and it's bad enough, like if you have a mother that's, strong willed and stuff. Um, People could be scared of any adult when you're a child because they're bigger than you. But like if there was a man yelling at me when I was little, I couldn't even like imagine it. Clark Gable, I love him. Yeah. I like Marilyn Monroe a lot. She really was beautiful. She was a size 16, Marilyn Monroe. Not a lot of people know that. Oh my God, I forgot what the movie I was talking about. Oh, The Rose. You didn't see the movie The Rose? Really? It's like loosely based on Janis Joplin. I saw that with my sister. My sister loved that song, me and Bobby McGee. La la la, la la la. It's funny. I can like, I don't know, like I can see my sister like perfectly. You know, her pores even. I remember I had saved her hairbrush, so her hair was in it, and somebody fucking cleaned it out. Why would you go in somebody's fucking drawers in their bathroom anyway? If you knew, I mean, like, it was the same thing. I had like this box of tea bags. They were my mother's. My mother had passed away, but so I wouldn't use them. I just kept them because I never drank tea again after my mother passed away. And I mean like English tea, not like herbal tea, not like sleepy time tea, but like tea with milk in it, and like English tea. I never ever drank it again um, after my mother passed away. I remember saying that too. I knew when my mother passed away, I would never drink tea again because no tea is gonna taste like my mother. It's just not gonna taste, not gonna taste right. I don't know why. I couldn't even tell you if that's even true. You know that? Because I didn't have tea ever again after my mother died. I just know it wouldn't. It wouldn't taste the same. And I don't know. I used to think my mother was like the worst mother probably ever. But the more I talk about her and reminisce about her, I love her more and more. It's not like I'm not saying, oh, I miss her more and more because I know how it was when, you know, she was around. So being able to just take out of our whole, like without having to have her forced upon me, I am allowed to recollect the best parts of us. And so say that if there, and hopefully there is a heaven, when I get there and I see her, the more I recollect and reminisce the best part. No, like Lipton. Is it Lipton tea? Lipton tea bag. But the more that I reminisce and bring her to life in a good way, then when God willing, there's a heaven and I get there, right? And see her and she's there, I'll be like, oh my God, will you make me some tea? I'll have a cup of tea then. But I basically pretty much like, because I think about stuff like this, not because I have cancer. I think about stuff like this even before I had cancer. Because, I lost people that are close to me. So, of course, you want to think about what happens to them and if there's life after death and that their suffering and everything wasn't, their trials and tribulations weren't for nothing, weren't in vain, you know? So I'm pretty sure that my friend Lee probably would be the first person to meet me. Yeah, remember there's Tetley too. Wasn't there Tetley too? Like to greet me when I got there. That's what I think. He would probably be like, oh my God, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, wow, I said I lied, that won't happen again. Right, but maybe it will, like somewhere in a heaven. Like in my heaven, I'll drink my mother's tea again and I'll like watch Lee play pool. I'll freaking see my sister Linda, my cousin Paul, my friend Tom, Pemberton, Mountain, Marky, you know, the people I want there. It doesn't mean that other people that I don't mention don't get, but I think everybody has their own heaven. That's what I think. Like, I think in Jeffrey Dahmer's mother's heaven, she didn't raise a serial killer. And she probably in this life thinks she's going to hell. She probably, and I don't think that people go to hell. I think maybe they might have to come back into another life and work on what. And that's why I say that our problems, our personal issues are customized to what we need to grow from. 16 years, let's see how long it's been for me. Dang. Wow, I think it could be the same amount of time. I think my daughter was about, yeah, about eight. Yeah, I think it was around the same time, Catherine. My mother passed away in 2004, maybe 2004, April, I think. April 2004. But I could picture my mother, like clear as day. that wedding. I hope. I think, like, my mother had a lot of PTSD from World War II. I really do. I understand her like a little bit better. Um, I don't know, I guess, the things that my mother lacked in made me a better parent because I didn't do the same thing. But my mother was good with, and she was really imaginative. Like, she had a really great imagination. But she just said some fucked up shit, man. You know, and the reason why I went live was basically because I wanted to address Nitty because I don't know how his childhood was, okay? But I know that if he was, hi Rachel, but I know that if he was born black, and he likes to make that like, that's the worst thing in the world to be, but he was loved and he was wanted, and, he was never told, oh, I wish it was you that died instead of your sibling, then maybe just because he was born black, that doesn't necessarily mean that he had things worse than me or anyone, because you don't know what they go through. You just don't know. And I could tell you some stories that would, you know, make your toes curl and they wouldn't have anything. I think they would hurt somebody, whether whatever color or nationality they were to go through. We all are capable of, seeing past color and thinking that's what validates somebody or invalidates them. I know the date my sister did. My sister died June 15th, 1984. I remember it clearly. It was actually probably June 16th because it was the next day. And you want to know the fucked up thing, like, is that, yeah, all right, even after having closed head trauma, and you said that your father was very strict and stuff, right, Catherine? In your avatar, you look white, okay? Your color or nationality or anything at all didn't, didn't save you from having closed head trauma, you know? Life and circumstances they really do not look at people's, life, like fate and things like that. They don't look at color. And it bothers me to see Nitty, who I like very much, in his angry, when he gets his angry rants going on, to continuously think that, you know, he's allowed to be that derogatory, but continuously put in the word white. It bothers me when a white person will say, oh, those white women, they're Karen. Well, all right. So what about if bitchy black women are LaQuishas? Is that like what a bitchy, black woman is? A LaQuisha? I mean, because I can pretty much guarantee that if we started making videos of black ladies bitching and complaining and stuff and saying another LaQuisha complains, we would be crucified for that. Did you just call that black lady a LaQuisha? You know what I'm saying? And if an Indian woman, American Indian First Nation, was bitching in a store and we started, saying, oh, what's up with Tonto or whatever, right? I mean, I'm not saying that, they're referring to just white women by calling them Karen, but aren't they? If I'm wrong, correct me. But I just want to know what a bitchy black lady is called, and you know, uh, is like a bitchy Chinese lady, Debbie Wong. I mean, I just want to know why there's only a name for bitchy white lady with Karen. Why do privileged white people look now? Okay, but no, but just let who's privileged? I grew up on welfare. First of all, is this really even nitty? Because I don't want to argue with the wrong person. Not argue, discuss. So when you get it over every day, you wake up, stop complaining, just leave. And nowadays, never say colored. Well, I don't say colored. I say black, and I'm white or beige if you want to be technical. I mean, no, but really, if that's nitty, I'd love to, like have the answer for it. Because earlier, I had like I mean, really, if that's you, I have a question. I do. I have questions. I would love to be able to ask. Hi, random. Really, I mean, like, don't like just come in and like say something, privileged white people. I mean, we just sat here talking about, I mean, I know I'm not privileged white person, so if you think having cancer is privilege, uh, let me know. Would you like that privilege? I mean, I could, share the wealth, I guess. Or like if you think having like a head trauma is privilege, or you know, if Debbie was talking about, her uncle, do you think that that was privilege? Are those the things that you think are privileged? I mean, when you getting over every day, you wake up, stop complaining, just basic. When you getting over every day, what does that mean, getting over? I don't know what that means. See what I'm saying? So, like, if you're gonna like sit there and talk about me in your live stream and play my videos and stuff, at least have conversations with me, like, you know, like a mutual respect. Can you do that at least if you're gonna play my videos or my voice and shit for content? Could you at least give me a few answers here, maybe? I mean, don't be fucking yelling and screaming about shit if you're just gonna come in here, say some phrase, and we're all sitting here, you know? Yeah, like, why do they think they're fucking privileged, man? I grew up on welfare. What the fuck, man? I was embarrassed to go to the store with fucking food stamps. My mother would pull over if there was something good on the side of the road, like in somebody's trash. I was so fucking embarrassed. Tom Reed's crazy. I mean, it's all good. It's not about me. It's about the people that said it. What do you mean? Sugar taco for like what? I don't know what that means. It's all good. It's not about me. It's about the people that said it. I don't understand that. Yeah, Thompson says some weird shit. Oh yeah, he was. I meant to actually watch that. I figured it would probably be good for a laugh. I'd like to know what that taco person was talking about the people that said it. Said what? What are they talking about? God, can people like clarify what they're talking about, please? Tom Reed, he's another one. He said he claimed he got all these emails and shit about me. Where are they, buddy? Been asking you that for a little while. Right? I know. Who does that? Travels around hotel room to hotel room. And serial killers. That's who. Okay. Screenshots of what? What does it say? Why you join a bunch of liars to make a point that's not true? You're going out to a child. How can you face yourself? I'm going out to a child. I don't know what you mean. I'm going out to a child. Is that even really nitty? I don't know if that's even nitty. Yeah, I don't even really know if that's nitty. I think he would talk more clearly like than that. He's got to get his point across. I don't even understand that. Nothing to do with. I don't understand. Nothing to do with. Not to do with. Oh, you're talking about Tom Reed? Yeah, Tom Reed. He's a freak. Yeah, but Tom Reed really hates women. He's sick. I just want you to realize. I just want to understand. I mean, Nitty. How you can think that every white person has white privilege when I don't think that. Um, who said you hated Jews? What's sugar tacos? Or whoa, I don't even get that. And I don't hate Jews. Well, good for you. God doesn't either. Um, I don't know what. I didn't have anything to do with any child something. I don't know what you're talking about there, chosen. That's why I'm not sure if that's him. And sugar taco. I've never seen that person anywhere. I still feel for you and your family and hope you get well. What are you talking about? Oh, I have screenshots, but it's not worth it. It's your choice. Screenshots of what? It's not about me. It's about the people that said it. I don't understand what that means. Okay, we can do this. See ya. Oh, sure, let's do it. Let's do it now. Sugar taco. No, let's do it now. I mean, no, no, see ya. You came in here, you fucking came in here talking some smack under some fucking fake account. Let's do it now, man. What makes you think everything's on your terms? You got some screenshots. I said, I hate Muslims. I never even mentioned Muslims. The word Muslims didn't even come out of my mouth. The fuck are you talking about? Screenshots of me saying I hate Muslims? I never fucking said that in my life. What the hell are you talking about? Fucking weirdo. Oh, so what you got? Screenshots of some clone that you made saying that shit? All right, Jules. Going out the innocent child. Nitty, I had nothing to do with your CPS um, dilemma or anything like that. Nothing to do with that. So if you have some kind of thought that I had something to do with that, then please show me. Show me where I was even talking to Bobbles when she was doing that CPS shit. And you guys were talking about all that. You're the one, Nitty, who said you saw Sharon's name on that paper. Did you see Sharon's name on that paper? You're the one who said you saw Sharon's name on that paper. Did you see Sharon's name on that paper? I mean, you got on your live stream, you were yelling and screaming. That's right, we were talking then, because I remember I was in that room and you quit, got off the live stream, and started your own live stream saying you were gonna get, and then you were screaming about fucking white people, white people, white people, white people. Help G Bobbles with lie Ollie docs and so shit. Come on. I don't I don't know what that says. This is uh yeah, I don't even go to Agent 19's chat. Yeah, but no. What I'm asking is you accuse Sharon. Okay, Bobbles and Sharon had an animosity going on, and that's between them. You and Sharon had an animosity going on. No, I do not, Catherine. No. I want to talk to Frank. I like Frank. I just don't like what he's doing because you went along with it, Frank. You said you saw Sharon's name on that paper. You went along with the whole shining the light through it and being able to see her name and going as far as threatening her. Did you see Sharon's name? You said you did. Like, why not just say, you know what? No, I didn't. I'm not lying on anything. I'm just asking you a question. Did you see Sharon's name on that paper? That's all I'm asking is yes or no. Did you see Sharon's name on that paper? I'll tell you why I'm asking when you answer. You know, did you see it? Because you, as far as what I know, is that CPS does not tell people who has reported them. So I'm just asking you, did you see Sharon's name on your child's life? Can you swear on your child's life that you saw? Right, I don't talk. I'm just asking why while he's here because I do like Unity. I'm just asking you, would you swear on your child's life that you saw Sharon's name on that paper? Because it has been, to my knowledge, that, you know, even if you went down there and got this paper, this copy of paper, and they marked it off, you know, as it has, you know, been portrayed and relayed to us. But the night that so-called that paper was on your door, okay, and I'm not saying it wasn't, was not the explanation of where the blacked out magic marker name and held with a flashlight was explained. So I find it hard to believe that night that you got that notice, that you knew it was Sharon, if it was Sharon, but that's who you started to blame. Why? I'm just asking. Did you see her name? Because if you can't answer me now, then I'm gonna have to think that you're the liar. Bobbles admitted that she did that. Okay, so well, I've had videos where I'm having chemotherapy and I'm not in your business. You brought it in. You accused me of lying about your kid. Hi, Thursday's child. And I never said anything about your kid. All I want to do is get to the bottom of it. Like, if you're going to call me a liar, can I just find out if you're one? Did you see Sharon's name as being the one who reported you? Why do you keep deflecting? I mean, it's clear that, there's videos with me having chemotherapy. If you need to go back and watch them, then you can. I believe there's proof enough. I mean, I didn't fake a whole hospital. So, it's a simple yes or no question. Did you see Sharon's name when you were already accusing her immediately? Even Bobbles didn't accuse her. You did accuse her first. Bobbles didn't accuse her first. Bobbles said it could be that person who does that channel about Maddie, that Lisa, that what's going on. That's who Bobbles said it could have been. You, Frank, were the first person who accused Sharon. You were. Did you see her name? Because Bobbles didn't accuse Sharon first. You did. You did. But there are videos that, I mean, all I'm saying is you're yelling at Bobbles, but you accused Sharon. And now you're calling me a liar and saying I'm putting your child in danger. And you're saying all kinds of things as opposed to just keeping it off social media and not showing sides of you that if CPS was involved, they might look at and say, wow, this guy is pretty angry. He's talking about making cho while he's doing the laundry because he's doing whatever. And talking about, causing violence. No, 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 Catherine. No, I'm glad he's here. So I'm just saying, if you really were just concerned about the fact that the call was made, I would think you'd just be focusing on that as opposed to threatening people. Why am I a devil? Why are you calling me a witch? I didn't do anything to you. And Bobbles apologized and confessed. I don't understand. What's the problem with that if all you care about is the fact that someone called on your kid? What does this name calling? No. I have videos with a fucking port, a bag of chemotherapy going into my port, under my skin, while I'm wearing a hat because I'm bald, sitting in a hospital. I could fake paperwork more than I could fake those videos of me having actual chemotherapy. Paperwork could be faked before actual chemotherapy. Do you see how silly you sound? Paperwork could be faked way easier than those videos of me sitting in a hospital, a nurse talking, a bag of chemotherapy with intravenously going into a port under my skin. No, I didn't swear on your child. I told you to swear on your child. I'm not a loser. I didn't raise my child. Let's not go there, okay? You don't like me? Why? Because I'm a straight shooter? And I'll tell you like it is. If you think I couldn't fake paperwork for cancer easier than I could an actual video of me getting physical chemotherapy, then you are stupid. Stupid. You don't want to like me? Why? 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 I told him to swear on his child that he saw Sharon's name on that paper before he started putting out her address and threatening her life. But he wouldn't. And now he's trying to deflect once again. I'm sorry. Do you not like me because I pay attention? Perhaps you should pay attention because my initial reason for coming live was that you were saying that you were listening, you were playing Bobble's live stream, and you were saying, oh, for an hour I can hear her smoking, playing Bobble's live stream. It was on Bobble's, JC Bear was there, had nothing to do with me. And you said, but she better worry about her health and her chemo and radiation. So, as a favor, I thought I'd go live and let you know to check your facts before you speak. If you did not know that that was Bobbles that you were playing, who is not having chemo or radiation, I'm going to clear it up for you. Omitting some don't make you right. What am I omitting? What did I omit? You're going to roast me? Enjoy. I'm pretty tasty. You must like that white meat. I prefer it myself too. Being so privileged and shit. Tastes better. Must be fed better grain, better feed or something. I don't know. You know what? A simple mind your business. Speak about my child again. Really? Did I speak about your child? No, I didn't. Speak about my cancer again. Speak about me at all again. How's that sound? How about you simply mind your own business? You're accusing me? You're accusing me of what? What are you accusing me of? I'm accusing you. Okay, I'm accusing you. I'm accusing you. I'm accusing you. I think you were in an airport in New York fucking years ago and my mother got robbed. I think it was you. I'm accusing you. Or no, it was you. She said it was a lady, but I don't know. You could have been dressed like a lady. Who knows? I'm accusing you of speaking out of line when somebody has been very nice to you. I'm accusing you of being racist and not, you know, you are not too smart. Didn't you do something to a child? I mean, you sat there yelling and screaming and giving Sharon's address, talking about killing her. She has a mother, you know. She has a mother. You still haven't been able to say to me that you swear to God, you know, let's put aside anybody's life, that you swear to God that you accusing her was correct. You giving out her address, putting her in danger was correct. She's someone's child. No matter what age your children get, they're always, I don't know what the witchcraft is. I think that has to do with fucking Miss Passion and her stupid fucking video. I have no clue what the witchcraft thing has to do with. I've never practiced witchcraft in my fucking life, so I don't know what he's talking about. I mean, no matter how old someone's child gets, they're always their child, always their baby. So if you're falsely accusing somebody and putting out their address, you're harming somebody's child. What do you think? Her mother wouldn't feel the same pain? I'd like to know too. Where is that witchcraft shit coming from? I was just talking about heaven a little while ago, wasn't I? I mean, like, where's that witchcraft coming from? I'd be curious to know how these people got me involved in all their fucking lies. Who told you lies that I was involved in that, Mitty, huh? Did someone put that in your ear or did a clone come in your room and tell you that? I need to learn how to live races. Witchcraft? You cannot tell me how to live. You the one got cancer. Live races witchcraft. Okay. So with that said, are you saying that anything wrong you've ever done in your life, Nitty, that you would never confess it, even out loud to yourself, like making, kind of I don't know, like a maybe one time you're feeling like I gotta just say all these things. Like, okay, so people who go to confession, right? Do you think that all those people who go to confession are the devil? Are you saying that every person who's ever gone to confession, you know, makes them the devil? Or anybody like you've never done anything in your life that you said, I feel bad about that and confessed it and told them what you did, that it makes them the devil, that it makes you, is that what you mean? So would that mean that you would keep lying to the death and think that at the end of your life, in that moment of judgment, that God wouldn't know that you lied and lied and lied because you didn't want to confess something, because you didn't want people to know that you did something wrong? Because somewhere in your life, you've been told that to err is not human. There's no margin for error, so you've got to just lie. Is that what you mean? You think that God doesn't know that? And I'm not even accusing you of being a liar, but you're calling me all kinds of names, and I didn't do anything to you. You know, you're so you don't like me because fucking I like baubles. I mean, somebody had put something derogatory the other day, and I said, please remove that right away. What's my witchcraft? You know what? I don't even think this is really Nitty. Nitty wouldn't be sitting there talking about witchcraft. Nah, that's not Nitty. That's the same person who goes around fucking making up clone accounts of people and trying to cause arguments. That's not Nitty. That isn't Nitty. That is the same person who goes around making cloned accounts trying to cause arguments. You sound like a dummy because you didn't even spell witch right. Yeah, no, that's not Nitty. He wouldn't say something stupid like that. Yeah, you wouldn't say something stupid like that. Especially when he won't fucking even answer a simple question. Like if he saw Sharon's name on that paperwork, like he thinks like he would have the right to demand anything from me. Show paper. But just out of curiosity, if that is Nitty, who who would put into your mind that I was faking cancer? Why would I have to prove cancer when, clearly I've been seen having chemotherapy? Why would you continue? Nobody's talking about your kid. Why would you continue to accuse me of faking cancer? Where did you hear something like that? Just out of curiosity. What's your, where did you get that idea in your head? Because I mean, you've made a video before, saying how Tom Reed was so disgusting to you because of what he was doing to a woman with cancer. So, what in a year has changed that now you're accusing me of faking cancer? May I ask you? I'm not the devil, but can you please? It's my business to know why you're accusing me of faking cancer when a year ago the reason why we, made friends was you had made a video, and I even cried. I shed a tear saying how I had been, you know, uh, uh, not a nice person to you. because and you had made a video saying how disgusting, and I didn't even know you even knew me, but you made a video. Not that I hadn't been nice to you, I just didn't know you and didn't. I'm just curious. How did your mindset change from making that video to accusing me of faking cancer? Can you tell me? How did your mindset change? I'm really interested in knowing that. How did your mindset change? Please, I'm interested. Because if you're going to say you're going to start roasting me, I want to know how your mindset changed. Please. Continuing to support. I don't even talk about your fucking shit that's going on, but I want to know how you changed from the person who made a video being disgusted of me being accused of certain things from Chosen One, and now you're accusing me. I want to know who in your world, what in your world, in your mind, provoked you to say that. Can I please have an answer? Tick tock, tick tock. Come on, you're gonna roast me. I want to know. You are gonna threaten to roast me. I want to know your reason, and they better be good. Come on, come on, buddy. I'm waiting. Your black privilege doesn't give you the opportunity to duck out and not answer a legit logical question. You don't get to, your black privilege doesn't give you the right to come in here and speak so derogatory and disrespectful and duck out. I want you to have justifications for that to me. In order for you to say you're going to roast me, you're going to need to give me a good reason why you think you get to. Because quite frankly, unless you give me a good reason, then you don't get to do that. I mean, you can do it, but you don't get to enjoy it as much as you think you will. Hmm. Because that's either not really him, Madam X, or it is, and he's unfortunately not as smart as I gave him credit for. Not as nice as a person as I gave him credit for. Doesn't have as much potential as I thought I saw in him. That's unfortunate. So I'm really hoping that it's really not nitty. And even if it was, I'll let you pretend that it wasn't. How's that? How's that for a deal? I'll let you pretend that wasn't you, sounding so ridiculous and spelling witch wrong while you call me stupid. I'm just not. the one. I realize when people say things like, oh, turn the other cheek and blah, 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 I would be compromising my conviction so badly by acting like somebody who doesn't stand up for themselves. The day I let crazies talk smack about me and get away with it is the day I better be 6 feet under, because I'm not a pussy and I don't go out like that. Yeah, yeah, right. Right. They suck the good energy out of me, but they also uh, are like a virtual, I don't know, release, like kickboxing or something. Because basically, that whole display is either not really nitty, like I told you, I'll give you that. You could pretend it wasn't. You're gung live. Okay, gung live then. What are you gonna do? Just yell and shout and scream? Great. Another 4 hours of getting nowhere in a waste. Because here's the thing. When I said, it'd be nice if people could be pleasant and get along and go back to what they initially went on to YouTube to do, let's ask, what did you initially go on to YouTube to do? Follow people, the downtrodden around, call them lot lizards? Those white people, the homeless, the white people that you were calling lot lizards. They had that privilege. Hey, Dank. Yeah, break a leg, exactly. You know, you didn't even deny about that video of I guess there was some kind of sexual thing going on in it, and you're like, they monetized it. You're absolutely right. If they did monetize it, how disgusting that is, right? That's disgusting that YouTube would monetize something like that, but I wholeheartedly believe you because YouTube is disgusting and what you were doing was disgusting. And um, who the fuck does that? Kind of a example of you know, a good citizen and father and brother and son does that. Seriously? Ooh, gee. I mean, like, how many times probably have you like threatened physical violence on her to make her do something like that that she probably didn't want to do? Let's be honest. Who put her out on the streets in the first place? But I'm apt to believe that she really is not a prostitute because here's the thing: you'd be denying up and down that that was your kid with her if that was the case. So I think you just have such a disrespect for certain women, probably white women, that you just don't give a crap about what you say. You came in here insulting me, and I've never done anything to you. I already had trivia earlier. Well, let's just see if it really was him. Survivor Girl, racist, witchcraft, do not have a, what? No. Do not have cancer. You see it? Survivor Girl, racist, witchcraft, does not have cancer. Well, you better hope you got your facts straight, buddy. Because evidently, I'm just going to assume that you and your buddy, Jules, got together and you decided you'd just take on her cause, just like her other little buddies, Miss Passion, Tasha Harris, Net. You know, I know I know, Catherine. Witchcraft. Where does he get witchcraft from? That's definitely from Miss Passion's video. How I don't believe in God and I do witchcraft so I get all negative energy around me. Where do they get that I do witchcraft? I've never said I do witchcraft in my fucking life. So crazy. What does Nitty do? Voodoo? Isn't that what they do? I know. No, they're going in on me, gang. It's actually, they came in here and started. Yeah, I know, right? And now they started a live stream saying I don't have cancer. I am actively trying to disengage from it too. You know, I don't think I was mean to him at all. He's mad at me because, you know, I didn't do anything to him about his kid or anything. I mean, why the fuck is he even coming at me? All I wanted to do was clear up that he had something confused. Chosen One Girls. Is doing a live calling me a racist for us. Yeah, I'm a racist. Everyone is. Everybody's against them. Woe is me. Oh, you thought it was a she? Oh my god, you're so funny. No. Just very silliness. Doesn't have cancer. Well, you know what? Nobody called CPS on them either. Lying about CPS calling. Oh, that's terrible. Terrible, me. Terrible. Keep it up. Maybe Jules will send you a donation. It was a real nitty. I guess I did give him too much credit for being decent, I guess. I don't know. Because he did make a video saying he was so disgusted in Tom Reed for the way he was treating somebody with cancer. And now suddenly I don't have cancer. Fucking weird. Wouldn't even answer the question of why suddenly he thinks that. That's fine. He needs content. He doesn't have any. What's funny is he's playing like some water or something running in the background, some kind of a sound distortion so that you can't really hear everything word for word what I'm saying. Why, Nitty? Did it not fit your narrative quite as well as you wanted it to? Really? So you had to like distort it with some kind of water running or something? That doesn't even make. I know, Catherine. I noticed that too. Thank you, Thursday. I appreciate that. Thank you, Dank. Dank went over there. Thank you, Dank. I mean, really, I wasn't going off on him. I asked him a legit question. How did his mind change from making a video supporting? Okay, take care. See you guys. Does that mean you're never gonna come back, Maria? Don't forget that, Mac. Sounds like you don't mean you're never coming back, right? Sounds like it's like so long. I'll see you guys. Oh, good. Like I was like, what? Don't say that. Yeah, he was saying something like I was trying to take his supporters away or something. I'm not trying to take his supporters away in any way, shape, or form. I don't know, like what his gig is with me, really. I don't even know how they all like involved me even in their whole argument. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Maria. I would call her Madame Decor. I didn't realize it was Maria. Let me check. Yeah, I'm fine. He's like playing me talking about my mother and World War II. I mean, so basically, there's nothing really there. I mean, to say what he's trying to say. He doesn't have to go live for like false reasons, saying I'm witchcraft and I'm racist and I'm faking cancer. He went live for lies, and all he did was talk about how I'm a liar and this one's a liar and that one's a liar, but he's basically like, his whole entire title of his live stream is, lies. I'm not a racist. I'm not witchcraft. And I said, I go, I hope he's awake and watching because I'd like him to come in here so we can talk. Because he was saying something and I think he had like something confused and I just wanted to clear it up with him. And apparently he thinks that, it's okay to call me a liar, but lie in his title of his live stream. Strange. I don't know. And yet not answer any of the questions like, where does this witchcraft thing come into? And we know he thinks everyone's a racist, so that's given. Um, and I mean, I'm like, God, let's check it out. Yeah, he's talking about my sister dying. Oh, he's not talking about it. That's what he's playing, and I had said, we're all capable of looking past color and not letting that be something that validates or invalidates anyone. I don't know how that's like fitting his narrative right now because I like Nitty and yeah, here or Thursday's child here or over there. I think it's just a shame that as opposed to just coming in and like realizing that I don't have anything against him. I didn't say anything about his child or I didn't, you know, say anything like that. Why would he prefer to argue with somebody who wasn't even doing anything to him as opposed to just thinking, oh, this person doesn't not like me? I mean, I know, yeah, okay, it probably doesn't even matter to him if I like him or not, but I just think, better to be, to have less enemies. Hi, King of Ipswich. How are you? Yeah, he just played where I said it bothers me to hear him, whom I like very much. I say it right there. That doesn't even make sense. Why find an argument and something where there was no argument? Isn't it awful to not have any of your own content that you have to say other people's live streams and just be angry and bitch about them instead of like I said, I heard Nitty one time talking so very inspirational that I mean, he moved me to tears. I went on about it for a couple of weeks about how inspiring and moving and emotional his live stream was one night when he had everybody in there that, like, even if they had animosity towards each other, we were all still getting along. And it was like a kumbaya moment, you know what I mean? He would have been a great preacher. I mean, he really was inspiring some great positive emotions in his room. Hello, Tag. And suddenly, you know, I I don't know. Hi, Dank. Mhm. Yeah, he did. Because I still don't even understand what his live stream really is about right now. Like, if he realizes now after re-listening to the live stream that he possibly made a mistake, you know, it's okay. I know how he feels about admitting mistakes. So if he doesn't want to say he made a mistake, he can just stop his live stream now and remove, his defamation and come back in and talk you know, like a friend. And that'll be fine because I keep flipping back to his live stream and listening. And I didn't say anything derogatory to him. I even say whom I like very much. And I only asked him, you know, who is tag A free? You must know, Dink. Is it Tiffany? Thank you. Tag. Is that Tiffany? Tag 8 be free. Welcome. And Dank, thank you for your knight in shining armor. That's very nice. Very nice of you. In the bath. At first I thought you were in the bath at the ATM. I was like in the bath at the ATM. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's awesome. That's cool to bring your girlfriend here. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, sharing the live stream with you and, that was very nice. Thank you. Appreciate that. So can you report it then, Rachel? Oh, Tiffany. I know. She got that guy that time on here. She's she is funny though. I love her to pieces. I know at the moment. At first I was like at the ATM. At the ATM. Wow. Um that's awesome. Oh, thank you. That's so nice. Thank you. And you guys must have a good relationship because I never know what's going on. She says, sometimes I never know either. I'm not gonna lie. But I will say that at least I know I'm not the only YouTuber that does that because I was in it was actually Debbie's live stream today and she said, I forgot what I was talking about. She said something like she read something in the comments and said, I don't even know like what I was talking about. And I do that too. Here's the thing, this guy is over there. He's saying, keep his kid's name out of my mouth. I don't know his kid's name. I really don't. I do not know his child's name. I don't want to know his child's name. You know, that's not something, that should never have affected me and Nitty because I have nothing to do with that. I would never be involved in something to do with somebody else's personal life, their real name, their address, their family, their children, their career, anything, their records. I don't have that desire to want to find something horrible on somebody. Horrible they went through, horrible they did, horrible that happened to anything. I don't want to find that in people. I want to embrace, good qualities in people. It doesn't make me stupid to want to see the best in people and believe and encourage it and just keep like watering it like it's a that's how I am. I mean, if I've got like a plant, right, that maybe I kind of was lax on watering it, I see it starting to, I'll keep trying, to bring it back because I've taped like a stem together of a flower. I freaking stepped on it by accident. It was a peony. It was a peony. And I know she unmodded me. Bitch. I started just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, right. I did. It's sad that as opposed to just, you know, I mean, he's right down there in that in the hub of a place where he could go around, walk around and talk about what's going on there. And And anything that, you may hear come out of my mouth at some point that's, a response back to him when he was in here. Yeah, I can sometimes, have like a tongue like a razor, but that's because like all of us, we all have a defense, in us that somebody comes and you try and you try and you try and they keep pushing the envelope and pushing the envelope, then, you know, you have to respect yourself. You have to respect yourself. Like think about it. Say somebody takes a swing at you, and then there's some people with their, well, turn the other cheek. Yeah, but there's such a thing too as like a sucker punch. When's that? When you're fucking turning the other cheek, looking the other way? I mean, no, man. People will use the phrase, "Oh, you came at me all sideways." No, I don't even think people would come at somebody sideways. No, I don't even know his kid's name, and he keeps saying, "Keep my child's name out of your mouth." I don't even know his kid's name. Don't even know his kid's name. Don't want to know his kid's name. I don't. I'm trying to deal with my fake cancer. Takes a lot to LARP a hospital and to do my own surgeries. I mean, these people are ridiculous. Honestly, God. And also having, to perform my spells, the witchcraft and shit that I do. I mean, I'm fucking busy, man. I have time for all that shit. I got spells to cast. I have, fucking surgeries on myself to perform. Night tag. Thank you so much for coming in here. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, he's basically just, running a live stream that got the title with a lie in it. So it's a live stream. It's not a live stream. It's a live stream. You know, it's a live stream, and that's a shame. That is a shame to try to get as much um sympathy. Like keep playing the race card, keep playing the somebody called CPS on me card. Apparently somebody is a witch and cast spells on me card. Um, you know, I mean, I don't even understand. Like, do you ever stop whining like a little bitch? Right? Thursday's child. Matcha. Nitty, your punk ignorant ass needs to shut the fuck up. Your content does. What time is it over there? Gee, 5:19 a.m. That's true. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just saying. Like, I mean, if you're gonna sit there and say people who confess to their wrong deeds, their wrongdoings are the devil, and then put up a fucking live stream, and play somebody else's content because you can't come up with your own original thoughts, and I guess like I was saying about Annette, that instead of making videos about everything that you're angry, and you're even making stuff up to be angry about, then I'm sure in your life and in your daily life, there's things that you enjoy doing. Make videos about that. I almost think these people want to have high blood pressure. He was out even yelling about Bible, saying, about there's a lot of good people on YouTube. There's a lot of good people I like and stuff. And right, could use the classes. You don't come in calling people dummy and ignorant. I know, right? Shit. I just would love to know where he's getting his information that I'm faking cancer. Like, where's his backup stuff? Where's his paper proof? I mean, earlier I had asked the question, would you rather be the smartest person in the room or the funniest person in the room? And I said both. Rachel said both. Imagine being neither. There's a lot of people on YouTube that are neither. I feel like here we have the people that are both the smartest people and the funniest people in the room. So even when we go to other live streams, right, but that wasn't part of the question. That wasn't part of the question. I'd rather be the nicest. Uh, I'd rather be the nicest. I'd rather be the one, the most powerful witch. I'd rather be the nicest. Fine. You be the nicest. No, sorry. Well, I think we are that too here. I think here we are the nicest and the smartest and the funniest and the best looking people on YouTube. And I'm not just saying that because we're all here at my channel. I'm saying that because I think that even when you guys aren't here. Because not, and when I say like the most best looking and beautiful people, is the personalities that are here are, we're loyal people. We're not pussies. We're smart and we're funny. Thank you, Thursday's child. Thank you. I didn't think I was. I didn't think I was. I try. Oop, there's the fuck is this guy talking about? This guy is literally in there saying I was talking about his child and congratulated somebody for doing something wrong to somebody's child. Isn't that crazy? Like, could he try to brainwash people a little more? What a nut. He says, anybody can go to the doctor, you stupid bitch, or something like that. Anybody can go to the doctor. Um, and have a port put under their skin and do chemotherapy. Anybody can. I mean, that's an incredible shit right there. Hold on a minute. I'm sorry. He is amusing, though. He is amusing. It is amusing. I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm everything you saying is lies, bitch. Ain't nothing you can say has any truth to it. No way of truth. It's all lies, bitch. It's all lies. Is it? First of all, who the fuck are you calling a hoe? I would think you'd be able to recognize hoes. I mean, seriously. If anybody could tell a hoe, it would be you, Nitty. So who the fuck are you calling a hoe? I'm not a garden tool, and I don't turn tricks. And you clearly said it yourself on here that you've been on for a year and a half and you've been nailing Tom Reed to the cross. Uh, First of all, I saw you the night that he unblocked everyone and had anyone come in his live stream. You were a total pussy in there, Nitty. You were a pussy. I was waiting for you to fucking like speak your mind. Because, Tom Reed, he didn't unblock me because he knows that I'll give him a run for his money. But you, he knows, would have dug your own hole. But you know that about yourself, evidently. So you just kept your mouth shut. That's what you did. You didn't have enough of legit, logical things to say, even when you were given the opportunity to go up on a panel with Tom Reed, the person that you have nailed all this time, nailed. Do you realize that any nailing you may have done to Tom Reed during that time lost any value when you showed up 45 minutes late and then all you did was yell? All you did was yell. All you did was dig your own hole. Here's another thing. I heard you tonight talking about being up on Bob's live stream, her panel, and blah, 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 how you guys ended up meeting up or whatever. You spoke as if you had done her a favor. No. Your viewers went up after you went on her live stream. Since you've been arguing with her, your people in your live stream are not the same. They're not like true supporters for you. They're true supporters of bad behavior and drama. That's what they support. So, because there are all those names in there, I've never seen that before. Couple from, that other channel where you get your fucking false information from. Now, I don't know how stupid you want to pretend to be, but if you honestly think that anybody can get chemotherapy, you need some help. If you think you get to keep saying, I took part in your kids saying, I did this, I did that, I did this, and I did that, and peppering it all with violence towards me, then I'm going to just have to say that I don't think somebody with that much anger in them should be around children at all. So, as I've never mentioned your child, I suggest you stop suggesting it. If you want to make up a lie, don't make me make it the truth. Stop fucking with me. You stay in your lane, or you be a kind, respectful person to me and anyone that I call a friend. You understand me? Because I'm pretty sure you aren't so fucking slim and so GQ. I'm certain, without even seeing you, I could make up some body shaming shit about you and some lies about you. So what you're doing right now, don't break your arm patting your own back. Content stealer. Come up with an original idea. And no, wah, 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 I'm black is not original. Forgive me. I mean, my God, so worthless talking about anymore because, like, exactly what he did, going in there, making up lies, talking bullshit. It doesn't even, like, that's a shame. I was really hoping that that was not the real Mitty. I was hoping he wasn't that ignorant, but I guess he is. That's too bad because I really didn't have a problem with you. Thank you, Thursday style. Appreciate that. What happened to Nacho? Fucking dude don't know how to fucking count to 30. Fucking stupid. What a shame. Who's over? Oh, not. I saw Dank there too. They're funny. They're funny. Sweet. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe she went to bed. She might have gone to bed. Yeah. Yeah. It's really shitty that he is another one that needs it from rational people and stupid. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Yeah, I know. But it's really sickening, that this guy fucking thinks he can just play people's fucking live streams because he's been doing that since day one, just playing other people's live streams. All he does is play other people's live streams. All he does. You're not mad at me, are you, Dank? Thank you for going there and defending me. I thought that was really sweet of you and kind. Thank you. And thank you for telling your girlfriend, or I don't know if she knew about me before you did, but I think that's awesome that you guys have such a great relationship like that, you know, you can have a common interest. That's nice. Thank you. Thank you, Rachel. Yes, Catherine, I believe that's correct. I think that is what it is. It says black privilege that he thinks that. Why doesn't he play black people's live streams? I mean, there's no like black people that he really respects and would like to play their live streams and their messages, their positive messages out. There's no black people that he'd like to play those things. Well, thank you. I appreciated you being there and saying that. Yeah, he is a trash mouth. And I just can't understand that he can't find something positive whether it's a black person or a white person, and play that on his live stream. You know, it's like just trying to find an argument. And I'm not really into like wanting to argue with anybody, to be honest. I'm really not, you know. Earlier I did the freaking trivia and I even put it up like thumbnail. You didn't get a notification for it, Dink? Who was kicking ass though? It was I know Mark Krafka kicked some ass on it. Carrie Ann did too. There's no such thing as white privilege either. You know what there is? There's such a thing as money privilege. When you're born with money, yeah, and I'm white and I have no white privilege. No white privilege. None. None. Like it's not white privilege to, you know, I grew up on welfare. I was born white. I grew up on welfare. I didn't have any white privilege. You know, I don't think any of us, unless we are born into money, have anything that could be called like privileged. I'm glad you're not mad. You know, yeah. Unless somebody is born into money, no matter what, you know, they might be born into privilege, but it doesn't mean that they're born into a great life. You know, they might have parents that are horrible. You know, they might have parents that are horrible. And you're born into a rich family, and maybe, you know, God knows what could go on behind closed doors. You know, nobody should freaking judge anybody based on skin color. And he is judging me on skin color. He judges everybody on skin color. The whole society is based on privilege. Right, but some people are born into money, racial, and they have privilege. You know, they are privileged. They get, you know, okay, some people aren't even born into money. Some people are born into being in the family of a policeman or police officers, and they get privilege. Like they don't get speeding tickets or something, or, you know, I mean, I'm not saying all the time. I'm just saying that, you know, some people are born into a family that owns a restaurant and they get the privilege of eating for free. Cops get the privilege of eating for free, you know? Media does control society. You are exactly right. That's why I said earlier that media control society, because what easier way to divide people than by something that's obvious, such as color? You know, color is an obvious thing. So they were going to try to divide people by, you know, say religion. People could deny that they were that religion, but you couldn't deny that you're a certain color. So what better way for, you know, um, for a government to divide people than by color? Yeah, cops really cops go into restaurants, they eat for free. I mean, for the most part, from what I've ever seen, you know, they eat for free. That's a privilege. Privileges are, you know, any. It's just, you know, but there's no such thing as white privilege. You know, right? Yeah, but I bet you, Bill Cosby children had some privileges. They were born as Bill Cosby's children. I bet you Obama's kids had a few privileges when he was president. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no such thing as white privilege. There's even, like if you were born to a doctor's family, you might have, some privileges, professional courtesy. They might write your bill off, professional courtesy. That's the privilege. That's what it's called. It's called professional courtesy for somebody to write a bill off for their friends or their cult, somebody who's they want to give a professional courtesy to. Yep, has had to keep people divided, and that's how they've done it. They did it by touting this white privilege thing, and they know damn well that there's no such thing as white privilege. But when you've got people who, and there's a lot of people, there's black people, there's white people who will feel, there's, racist in both. There really is. I mean, I'm sorry, but there is. I mean, he's lying. He keeps saying I was talking about his kid and had his kid's name in my mouth. I did hear about that, and that wasn't how it went. It wasn't that she didn't have the money. It was that he didn't recognize her. And yeah, she said like as if it was because they were black. But I can almost guarantee you that if I walked in there and wasn't dressed up or whatever, and they didn't recognize me, that they also, like, didn't you see the movie Pretty Woman? Remember, Julia Roberts goes into the store on Rodeo Drive? Yeah, but what about Pretty Woman? You think that that's never happened? Remember, she went in there, he had given her the money to pay for it, but the lady wouldn't even show it to her. Did you see the movie Pretty Woman, King of Ipswich? Did you see it? I mean, did you see it? It's the same exact example that you're giving right now. The person who wrote that movie, they wrote it and people didn't say, oh, that doesn't happen. They know that if any of us, no matter what color, and especially in France, okay? And what they said was, he didn't say, about I want to buy $1,000 purse. Let's see, Oprah reading. But that's not what he said. What he said was, that purse is not for sale. That's what he said. That purse is not for sale. And she said, well, it's out here. It must be for sale. And he said, oh, no, no, that purse is not for sale. Now, yeah, in France, they don't like any Americans. They don't like any Americans. Thursday's child is absolutely correct. They do not like Americans. They don't really like many people, French people. I bet you that if I walked into a store on Rodeo Drive and Oprah walked into the store on Rodeo Drive, she would get served and I wouldn't. So, would that be her black privilege or my white privilege? You know, let's look at it real. On Rodeo Drive, if I walked in, yeah, but on Rodeo Drive, if I walked in there and Oprah walked in there, who would they be more apt to serve? Oprah, correct? Color wouldn't come into play. It would be, they would recognize Oprah and know she had the money. So it would be about the money. It's the money privilege. You know what it is? It's green privilege, not white privilege, not black privilege. It's green privilege. You know, that's what it is. Money talk. And they would know Oprah had money and that they didn't know who I was. So they would swarm over to Oprah. And that's the truth. It's green privilege. They didn't want to sell the purse to an American. Those purses are for French people. That's what they said. They are for French people. That's exactly that story. I know the story you're talking about because she was with Gayle King and her niece or something. And then after she got the pocketbook, she said, you know what? I don't really want it. But King, just am I right though about if me and Oprah were dressed the same and we walked into a store on Rodeo Drive and I'm not a celebrity, but Oprah is, who do you think would be served first? Reality. It was not that she was black, it was that she was American. He clearly said, no, 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 that is for French people. I hope he answers me. I hope King answers me because that will be the second time tonight that I've asked a question that is legit and don't get an answer. And that bothers the fuck out of me. Because if you can't make a point and then somebody else see a point, And that's why there's so much division. Because if you refuse to try to see both sides, and that will be Oprah, rich privilege. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So you understand that in actuality, it's green privilege. It's not white or black privilege. It's green privilege. Or if you have a family of police, it's the privilege that will get served for anyone else. Simply right. Exactly. Thank you, King. Thank you. So in actuality, isn't it really all about who has the most money? He who has the most money wins, really. Even like in court cases, if you have enough money to get a good attorney and like say whoever's got the most money to get a good attorney, they're gonna, it's about money. All about money. Everything is about money. It's really fucked up. I gotta have you guys talk amongst yourselves because I really gotta pee. I either gotta end the live stream. Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna end it because it's 6 in the morning. I'm gonna end the live stream. Much love to you guys. I'm sorry if there was a little more drama than we usually like, but hey, it is what it is. Peace, love, and tacos. I love you guys. Bye.